Welcome back everyone, you're watching All the Beer No Idea. I'm Baz. We're back with another beer review now. Yes, do not adjust your TV sets or anything. Yes, I am this pink. Caught the sun terribly when we went away. Also caught it actually before we'd gone away. Hope you're enjoying the good weather and the football and all that lot. I'll be watching a bit later hopefully. Anyway, let's get on with this beer review. Now we've got a beer coming up that was kindly sent to me from a subscriber called Mark. So thank you very much, Mark. Much appreciated. He's been watching the channel for a while. And he happened to comment on a live that I'd done with Chris, and a few days later offered to send me a couple of beers. I said if you want to, I'm quite happy with that. And yeah, and the beers turned up just before I went away, so I never got to do them then. So yeah, what we've got coming up is it's from a brewery I'd never heard of until Mark had mentioned it. So obviously I've had nothing from them, and I actually think this beer was actually a mistake. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, if you do see this. But I don't think he meant to send me this one. Doesn't matter at all. Anyway, it's from Brightside Brewing Co, and this is a can of their Alpha IPA. Very basic sort of design on there. I wouldn't say it catches my eye, if I'm totally honest, but that doesn't matter. It's all about the beer. It's in a 440ml can, coming in at 5.2%. Now, I'll give you a bit of spiel on the back. They're from Manchester, by the way, Brightside Brewing. Alpha is a hazy IPA. Alpha is a hazy IPA, hyper dry hopped with Idaho 7, Pecco and Calypso to give layer upon layer of fat, ripe tropical fruit flavours. Jesus Christ, put my teeth in, Baz. Fruit flavours, citrus stone fruits, punctuated with sticky pine resin on the finish. It's not all about the hops though, thanks to the intensely rich malt bill that gives the beer a real sturdy body and imparts a roasted, slightly savoury character to the beer which lingers long after the hops fade. So yeah, it's going to be big and juicy and fruity by the sounds of it. A nice piney sort of resin taste to it with a big malty backbone. So it's probably, you know, hopefully this is going to be a blinder. Let's just put it that way. So thank you once again, Mark. Let's get this beer out and see what we get. I'm not going to expect a huge head on this because, as we know with this glass doesn't do that for me. Well, it gives you the head on the beer, but it doesn't give you the carbonation. It looks very malty already. It looks very malty, certainly a bit lively, but that was probably me chucking the beer around. So, in a glass, it's the colour of like a Goose IPA Lagunitas. It's got the murky haziness of that as well, so it's like a bold sort of orange amber. We've got a slightly off-white, almost three-finger, quite spacious head on top. Beer looks fine. Bit disappointed with the head, but that could just be down to me. So let's give this a swirl, go in with the nose, see what we get. Yeah, you're getting the maltiness in there. Pineapple, grapefruit, mango as well for me. There's sweetness to it. Definitely getting that maltiness there. Big maltiness to it. Not really getting any, for me, any pininess on the aroma, but smells alright. Smells, funny enough, it does smell along the lines of a Lagunitas as well. And that's got a big malty sort of backbone to it as well. So without further ado, cheers, Mark. Let's dive in, see what we get. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. A bit of kick. There was a bit of kick in there that sort of, I don't mean a bit of, I mean a bitter kick that come in there first, and you think, ooh, is that too much? Now that bitterness is kicking in again, but let's dive in again. I want to try and get the rest of this in there so we get the full experience from this beer. We all know that the sediment and everything sits on the bottom, so you can get totally different beer just by pouring it. But yeah, you can see the colour of it, murky as hell. So let's go in again. Yeah, doesn't drink like it's really heavy, but you can feel it going down a bit, and it's got a real bitterness to it. Oh, Christ. Nice body, nice mouthfeel. I'm not going to say it's smooth and soft because it hasn't got that feel about it, but the carbonation suits the body. There's not too much in there. Getting a pininess in there, pineapple, grapefruit, stone fruits, all that sort of thing. And that back end, the bitterness really kicks in for me. You're really getting a hoppy bitterness. Excuse me. Yeah. You're getting the sort of juiciness on it. It's not big juice bomb, as in, you know, some of these you think you're drinking squash and that. You're certainly not getting that, but you're getting the juiciness. The malty's coming in. For me, it's juice at the front, maltiness in the middle, and that back end, right back there, that bitterness kicks in. I'm going to say the bitterness is probably just, and I mean just, on the right side for me personally. But no, it's a decent beer. It's a decent beer. And again, it is, I mean, the nearest thing I can describe to it really, or the easiest sort of thing to describe, is definitely along the lines of a Lagunitas. But this has got a bitterness there. It's got a lot more bitterness on it. Yeah, it's decent. 5.2%. Yeah, for me, you are picking that 5.2% up. That bitterness really gives it that feeling of strength and the weight of the beer as well. But it's a nice beer. It's a nice beer. It's certainly not a sessionable one for me. With the weight of it, there's a slight sweet maltiness in there as well. But with the weight of it and that, it's not so much sessionable. That bitterness on the back end now. Ooh, that bitterness is really kicking in. So yeah, at the start of the can, the bitterness is just right. It's really kicking in now, and it's probably just that tad too bitter for me. But if you like your beers bitter, this does it. Nice body, nice mouthfeel, you know. Well, nice body, mouthfeel's all right. It's nothing to write home about. Plenty of flavour. Yeah, enjoyable enough beer. So there you go. Alpha IPA from Brightside Brewing. Pretty decent beer. But if you're going to pick this up, make sure you like it bitter, because that kick on the back end that I'm getting now is yeah, it's big. It's probably a one canner for me. I think that bitterness would be too much for any more for me, but a decent beer. So yeah, looking forward to trying the other ones. So thank you very much, Mark, for the old Alpha IPA. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Much appreciated, mate. The Banoffee one will be coming out at some point. I'm going to try and get through them pretty quick, but I've gone on for too long. So thank you all for watching. Feel free to subscribe, share, and all that lot. And I'll see you again on another beer review. Cheers.